But if you drive around the estate, there's some beautiful little spots.
We initially saw the pond that's in the front, and then I was like, okay, I really like this.
And I saw the community spirit, not seen that in England before.
It initially started by the landowners working with the district council, obviously wanting to leave a legacy, and they've worked extremely hard and diligently with the planners, with the councillors, developers.
Fred Drummond was behind the whole project and was very supportive, wanted to see it happen, and the family live locally, they've owned it for 160 years, so why wouldn't you want to do the right thing?
When we were en route, I always used to see this new development, and I thought that's an amazing design. That looks really good.
2.5 years ago, we were looking for our first house. My mother-in-law actually drove by here and put the deposit down without even asking us. She called me at work. She's like, "What's your social insurance number? I think I'm putting a deposit down here." I'm like, "Okay."
We went into the show house and we just fell in love with it. It was the size of the house, the size of the family room, the way it was constructed. It was just absolutely superb. That's what brought us up here, and we've never looked back since.
In major schemes, it's really difficult to create a sense of community. You need somebody on site straight away.
As people started to buy the houses, even before they moved in, I got to know them, which was great.
As soon as we moved in, Sue came by, we had a little chat. She said, okay, there's a little hub where you can drop in anytime. I was like, okay, this is nice.
When this hub arrived, they had a place to meet, have coffee, get to know one another. You're there to help others create the community. So you're there as a springboard. The more you encourage, the more the community becomes self-sustaining, really.
And I think Sue has done a spectacular job. Literally, Lubbesthorpe started as a small family, small village, which over the time grew and grew. Sue is the centre point.
We've gone from having a few families to a family picnic outside to last Christmas having a huge event with a steel band, Christmas tree, fair in the school. I think we had about 600 or 700 people come, which at that point, when we got probably around 300 houses, was pretty good going, really.
She was able to engage, she was able to help people out find their way, and we've developed a community spirit right from the word go.
I think that's the thing that you've got to have in a community, a spirit and people who's going to look after each other. I can't praise it enough.
It's shown that people see community as really important, and it's a reason why they'll choose to live somewhere.
Drummonds have supported the work that Sue does right from the start. Every major urban scheme should have a Sue steer. We really do think she's an absolute star.
When we first got our application in, we met with Sue Steer, and she was actually pulling the community together, listening to what they wanted and trying to implement that. That helped us. The children and the parents, when they saw the building, were just in awe of it. We started off with 43 children in 2 EYFS classes, and it can actually hold 420 in total. The facilities are outstanding.
I just had somebody who visited me from Hinckley today. They just drove past and said, "This is not an ordinary school, this is an amazingly built school."
The room and the space that they have here is fantastic. They're engaging with the community. That's the cohesion you need.
For our pupils and families, this is life-changing. They've got an opportunity to come to a brand new school and be part of that development.
New homes purchasers want to know where their children are going to go to school, and if they see a nice, bright, shiny school with a hugely enthusiastic head teacher at the helm, it does help sales, no question about that.
And I'm just over the moon with it. It's outstanding and I love it to bits. My passion for this school will go on and on. A school that I've not only run, but built with others, and building not only a school, but a community.
One thing that we did here was literally start the green space day one, before house building got started.
I have so many residents who takes pride in the green features.
Part of the attraction of sustainable urban drainage and parkland in schemes is 50%, 60% of the land actually goes into the green space area.
I like walking around the ponds. I think they're an absolute superb idea. And of course, like, it cuts down on your water bills.
You know, walkways, grass left for wildflowers. In fact, I was down near one of the ponds the other day planting crocuses.
For us, especially because I'm in primary care as a GP, health has to be looked at from a holistic point of view. Everyone says exercise, but how can you actually make it available and make it so that everyone can do it without much effort, right? Like, I joined the running club as well, which Sue organized. We started to walk and run and did a 5K at the end of 3 months. For your physical health, exercise-wise, you need your green space. You've got it here. For your mental health, you've got Sue, you've got the hub, you've got the community, you've got neighbours that are there for you if you need them, and that can just kind of cheer you up, you know.
The way that the development has been linked through, Leicester Forest East can use those. You know, it's open for everybody.
I think it's key for all new developments, especially of this size, to have that physical infrastructure not only on the development itself, so that people can actually get out and walk and cycle and exercise, but then there's connections to the wider community and area, the town beyond that.
The motorway bridge, 15 million spend, it's a key piece that had to be built. We delivered it sooner than it was required.
You've got the M1, the M69, the A47, you've got links everywhere. We've even got a Arriva Click here.
You just use an app on your phone, you request a bus, and it allows you to go from here to multiple destinations within the area.
We can get people from New Lubbesthorpe out to Foss Park, Narborough Railway Station, Leicester Road Station, the hospitals. Drummonds will continue to subsidise it because we think it's the future.
The e-bikes have proved very popular. We work very closely with Rutland Cycling. Over the summer we had a scheme where residents could take out an e-bike free for 28 days. We're trying to engage with the residents on all sorts of different levels to get them to make that switch.
What we're about here is volume house building, but done in a sensitive way that does have a focus on design, a sense of place, on quality. Hence the choice of Davidson's and Barrett David Wilson, and more recently Redrow.
I'd just like to say thank you to everybody who's been involved, and especially the developers who have engaged. Every one of them has been working with the planning authority to ensure that the designs work across the board, and it's up to the planning authority to ensure that, you know, the best is delivered for the residents.
Creating a sustainable community involves creating jobs and places for people to work, as well as the schools, the green space, obviously the residential units.
The Drummonds have thought about and asked residents, what do you want in these shops?
We are working hard on delivering the local centre, which will include a small food store, the pharmacy, the doctors, the cafe.
We know that there's a new gym and all kinds of other things that are coming as well.
And that's not just for the young, I think it's for the old as well. And I do believe there's going to be an old people's home that's going up here. I always say to my missus, I say, oh, you'll be all right. So you'll be able to walk down there, you'll be able to see me in the old people's home.
But here you get so much more, and it really makes for a happier living. Now I'm like, well, the longer I live here, I don't want to leave.
In 10 years' time, I want to walk around and be really proud of what we see and what we've delivered here.
We want to stay here for retirement, build those happy memories, and looking forward to many more happy years here.
It is a real warming environment and excellent place to live.
I love what I do, yeah. And having that openness to say, just get on with the job and build this community has been an amazing opportunity, yeah.
The work that has been done and the commitment from the developers as well has really shown what you can do when you all work together.
He was quite mischievous, Fred. He take enjoyment from what we're doing. You know, he'll really enjoy seeing what goes on here, and he wanted us to do the right thing, and we believe we've done it.